back again to another live episode. Today I'm showing you how to do mise en place, and I'm doing the mise en place for our next dinner meal. So join me while I take you through this process step by step. I'm going to prepare 3 different types of ingredients today and tell you how we use that here in our restaurant in our menu. So I'm using this celery tuber to make an espuma. So I will show you how to make it step by step. It's not difficult, but technique is the key, and techniques is important. If you stay tuned, you are going to learn process how step by step how to make all these little mise en place to make your diners more easily, to make your dining service easily, and that you're the best dish gift to your clients when they come to dine. So without much more ado, let me just go straight to the point and show you how we start this mise en place for today. So here, as I said, is the celery. So let me wait 1 minute, please. Let me use my microphone. Let me plug my microphone so that you can hear me clearly. I forgot to on the microphone. So, as I said, I'm showing you how to make celery espuma today. So I will show you step by step how to make it. So we start, of course, first by peeling the celery. And to make it easy, I'm using here a saw knife. It's very easy to peel celery. And for this particular recipe, I need just a knife and salt and pepper and my espuma bottle here, and also nitrogen later, and also seasoning. So it is straight to the point, easy recipe. Just stay tuned and you'll be amazed how easy and how simple it is to make espuma of any type in the comfort of your own home. So I will peel the celery tuber. So don't throw the tubers, also the skin away. I know sometimes you can do so much with celery. You can use celery as chips. You can use it in your soup. You can do so much with it. You can dry it and you can grate it into powder to use it as garnish. And you can serve boiled celery, and you can even add it to your compost. So don't throw it away. So as you can see, it is very easy to peel the celery when you are using the saw knife. It is so easy and comfortable. But when you use this other knife like this, it is difficult, and sometimes you can even injure your fingers using that. So that is just to show you. So I have sliced the celery. Now I have peeled the celery, sorry. So I'm going to set aside. So I'm going to set aside my peel to use it for something else later, but I don't know now, I don't know yet what I'll be using it for. So then I'm going to clean my workplace. I'm going to show you, then I'm going to slice the celery. So for peeling, it is easy to use the saw knife. Why for slicing it? It's better you use the chef knife. So I'm just slicing it into chunks, just bigger chunks like this. I'm going to wash them first so that I can remove every sand from it. I wash them, then I'm adding them to fresh water in my pot. There's a pot with another fresh water so that I remove if there is any sand also that is clean. So normally celery is not very dirty, but I still like to wash mine. So you can do whatever you want with yours. But yeah, we make everything clean for our customers, for diners. So as it's so easy as this, I'll be back. So the next, going to clean the table. So that we can stay clean. Working in a clean environment. Welcome everybody once again to this live streaming. Hope you are enjoying and learning something new. Today, you will be amazed how easy it is to make this delicious celery tuber espuma. So just adding some salt, but I will still season it at the end. So I will test it first and then I will season if there is still need for seasoning. But at the moment, it's just adding a bit of salt and cooking the celery until it's tender, until it's softened. So I'm taking it now to my stove to cook. So I'm transferring it here to the stove and setting it on the stove. So meanwhile, I'm going to allow it to do its job and keep cooking, steaming, while I show you the other process of the mise en place. Let's go. So meanwhile, we put aside the espuma bottle and the salt since we don't need it at the moment. So the next I'm going to show you is strawberry. So I'm going to make a strawberry Bavarois. That is a kind of French classic dessert. So because I always make Bavarois here also as dessert, as a combined dessert for the guests. But mostly I make it with seasonal fruits. So at the moment it is strawberry in the season. So it's time for strawberries. So I'm going to show you how to make simple Bavarois just using strawberry. So for this, I need some strawberries, of course, water. I need here some icing sugar and a bowl to measure. With dessert, it is always precise. Dessert have to be measured. You cannot cheat with dessert. You cannot say, I'm putting it this way and that way together. It doesn't work like that. It is really chemistry. So everything have to be measured exactly according to the recipe. But for this, for now, I will show you. But later when I have time, I'm going to leave the recipe below so that you can follow step by step how to make it using the recipe. Here is also gelatin. So, and I have here my weight also to make my precise measurement, as I told you. I have here my container, which I'm going to transfer my I have here lemon, so just going to bring everything together first before I show you. So first of all, I already assembled everything I'm going to use, but I will put it aside first so that I can make space here to work. I'm first going to blend or mix the strawberries. I could begin with dehydrating my gelatin, but I prefer first to blend or to mix the strawberry. Why? Because I don't know exactly how many quantity I am going to use the gelatin at the moment, because the gelatin measurement depend on how many quantity I have from my strawberries. So I will tell you also the tricks how you can make it intense flavor or lighter intense if you like it that way. So I will start first by blending the strawberries. And also the taste of the amount of sugar I will add to the strawberry also determine by how many quantity the sauce or the sauce of the strawberry I will be using for the Bavarois. So let's mix the strawberry first and we can continue. I'll be right back. So strawberry is so easy to mix. It's not difficult at all. You don't need any special technique to mix or to blend strawberries. You just need a hand mixer and you are good to go. So one other trick. There are two ways of making everything. The one way and the other way. So for the fine dining touch, I prefer to remove the seeds of the strawberries, but you are not obliged to do that. If you are eating it at home, you like it, you can leave the seed in, because I'm using this for fine dining service and for delicate texture of the set, I will remove the seed by pressing the puree through this very fine strainer that I have here, a flat one, of course. It's easy also, it helps you also. It's a tip for your shoulder, to keep your shoulder in the same level and that you don't have pain going into the deep strainer and trying to press in. But this one, you are just taking it very easy, 1 minute at a time. So I just pour a bit of the puree or the sauce on top of the strainer, and you just give a circular movement. You don't need to press it too hard. It goes just so easy, and you have less stress on your shoulders also. Ask any question if you have one. I'm open and I'm ready to answer you. Ready to answer your questions. And since it's just easy, it's not difficult, don't need to press it too hard, just an emotional movement. Just press it and you see everything is going down there. And to be smooth, that is to give it a fine texture and a smoother texture to your dessert or to your Bavarois. Welcome everyone once again. I'm Chef Vivian. Cooking is here for us, a lovely dream and something we do on a daily basis, serving people with all our heart and our love and our passion. We want to share this experience with you guys, and I hope you are enjoying watching this video. And if you love what you are seeing or you are learning something from this episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, of course. Thank you. Now you see, this also helps you see, to keep your fingers, your hands clean. You have something like this, you're just pressing it without even touching. Look, your fingers not even touching it. Keeps everything so clean. One minute, I'm going to check the celery. celery start cooking. So we are going to allow it to do its job while we keep on doing the dessert. Oh, we are almost there. Can use this also to remove, to clean the bowl measurement. So you see, everything is falling, down. So you hear the seeds are left behind on top of the strainer. See, everything has been beautifully pressed through the strainer. And so I rinse the strainer a bit, and so I can clean the bottom of the, look at that, of the strainer. So you start, so I just do it this way, look, so easy. And you can remove everything from the strainer without messing the table. So the sauce is ready. Look at that. Beautiful red strawberry. I'll be right back. So then I will clean the table once again. So the next, what we are going to do now is the measuring or measurement. So we know exactly how many quantity we are going to make. And removing a bit of everything. So now I need clean once again. So now I have here, you see it, 800. I have 800 milliliter, sorry, of strawberry puree. So this will determine how many gelatin I need. And because I always use half of the strawberry heavy cream of the strawberry puree, I want my strawberry Bavarois to be intense. I want it to be, I want it when somebody is eating it, that the first scoop of a spoon, that they imagine that, yes, I'm eating strawberry. and not heavy cream and not something else. So that is why I always make it my recipe this way. So this is 800 milliliter, that is 8 deciliter. I am going to use 400 milliliter of heavy cream, that is half of the strawberry sauce or strawberry puree. So for this now, normally if you want to make a hard, that is 120 to 121 liter and 1.2 liter of everything in total. So normally when you want to make your gelatin and you want to bring it to a harder point, you need 24 grams of gelatin in 1 liter to be hard. But since we are going to give it a softer texture that is not like so solid hard or solid rock, it has to be a kind of soft and, I don't know, moussey kind of Bavarois. We have to reduce the gelatin so that it will not be so tough. You understand what I'm trying to explain? So that is why in this recipe, instead of the 24, I'm using always the 1/3 of the amount of gelatin in 1 liter of 1 liter of any ingredient I'm using. But so for this recipe now, I am using 20 grams of gelatin for 100 for 1 liter, 1.2 liters. So, and I have here, I'm using gelatin sheet. So I'm going to bring water first. I'm using gelatin sheet. So 1 gelatin sheet is 3 grams. So I have here 4, 5, 6, 8. I am using 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So, but the 7 is almost, yes, but like if you want, you can just reduce a little from this, and it is perfect now. So make sure to leave your question if you want to ask any question or you need to know something. Make sure you ask your question below. So now I'm just dehydrating the gelatin. It's not difficult. You just allow it in cold water. Then the gelatin will do its work. It will dehydrate within 5 minutes. So now I'm going to transfer the strawberry sauce to my bowl. And now I am going to measure the sugar. I don't like using too much sugar for Bavarois because I'm still going to serve it with something that is a bit sweet. So I want that balance between a little bit of freshness, sweetness and sourness, and I don't know, a balance of this dessert. So if you want it sweeter, you can add more sugar to the recipe, but I always keep my recipe simple, not too much sugar. Example, like this Bavarois. So for this recipe, okay. So for this recipe, I am using 200 grams You have to be precise. But if you choose to make yours sweeter or more sugar, if you like more sugar, you can add more sugar. But I don't add too much sugar because I don't want it to be too sweet. Because I'm serving it with other dessert also. So I don't want it to be too sweet. So I'm going to add then the sugar to the strawberry puree, a bit of the sugar, and the rest I'll be using it when I'm whipping the heavy cream. So the sugar is has a little bit of clumps, a little bit of look, it's not so smooth. So what am I going to do? I'm going to pass it also through a fine sieve so that I will prevent that I will get it easy to mix together with the sauce. So that is one trick. But when you add it all together to the strawberry, it will be difficult to mix. And what is the reason why I'm using powdered sugar? Because it's dissolved easily in any liquid. If you are using crystal sugar, it doesn't dissolve easily. You have to either warm it up or give it more time to dissolve. But you see, when you are using like powdered sugar, it is easy to dissolve. When you are doing something or you are making a recipe like Bavarois, for instance, it is very easy to dissolve in liquid. So when just giving it a stir, just gradually, it doesn't take much time. You will see that everything is dissolved. So that is why powdered sugar is best when you are making recipe like this. If you use crystal sugar, it will not dissolve and you have that kind of sandy taste in your mouth, and that is not what we are looking for. You want everything to be smooth and to be really fine texture in your mouth. So you see, it has dissolved already. You don't need to do much to make it okay. Look, it has already been dissolved. So the next, I'm going to add a bit of lemon, also to give it freshness and to balance the dessert. So for this quantity, I'm just going to add 1 lemon. It's easy also to press your lemon through this little jar here. And in a few minutes, your lemon is ready to be used. So and then I'm going to add the lemon. Also through the fine sieve to remove the rest of the lemon so that it doesn't go into the strawberry sauce. Then I give it another whisk, and everything is ready, and I'm going to show you the next stage. We are going to put some things aside so that we can have space to work. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you are learning something new in this episode. My aim here is to show you what we do here in our little kitchen, to share our recipes, and to show you how we do it here. And if this is your thing or your thing, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone that it may be useful. Thank you. So, and I'm going now to whisk the heavy cream. So as I told you, I'm going to measure the heavy cream. So it's 800 ml here, and here is 400 ml. Because I want that intense flavor, the pronounced flavor of the strawberry in the Bavarois. Then I'm going to add the rest of the powdered sugar. It's easy. So I'll give it first a whisk just to bring everything together so that it will not make a lot of dust here. So to keep your surrounding clean, or to keep your table clean. Otherwise, when you add how do you call it, powdered sugar immediately, and you start whisking with a machine, what happened? Everywhere will be covered with dust and with powder. So you prevent that by just using your whisk, go into it a bit, and you remove that. You stop it from spreading. So I'm using my hand mixer for this purpose because I find it easy with hand mixer. Or otherwise, if I'm making a larger quantity than what I have now. If I'm making a larger quantity, then I'm using the kitchen robot for that. But now, since it's not much, I'm just using a hand mixer. you keep whisking until it's thick. So thick is to say it's not too thick or it's not too stiff and it's not too light. So it just has to be thick. So you see, it's not just a little more and it will be okay. You don't want to whisk it too much that it becomes too stiff. So you have to be very careful at this stage. So that is what I'm saying. That is just how it should be. Should not be too thick and it should not be too thin or too sloppy. You see, too soft. So now the strawberry sauce is ready. Everything is here, and I've whisked the heavy cream. So the next is to melt the gelatin. After dehydration, I'm going to melt the gelatin a little bit on low heat, and then add it and then bring everything together. So let me show you the next step. So now I remove the gelatin and I just give it a little bit of press to remove the excess water. Then you add it to your pan. So I'm going to melt the gelatin on a low heat for a couple of minutes. So be careful when you are melting your gelatin that is too warm. Gelatin should never be too more than 60 degrees. Otherwise, it will break the working of the gelatin and it will not be effective anymore. So it is just going to be heat and warm, and it will be melted and it's ready to be used. So this is a bit of caution. So when the gelatin is too warm, it will lose its working. It will no more work the way it is intended to work. So gelatin after dehydration is very, very easy to melt. It's not difficult at all. So you see the pan has been melted. It's in a few seconds. About 20 seconds, it takes to about 30 seconds. Your gelatin is ready, just like this. But make sure the gelatin is well melted, because if it's not well melted, it can be granny, it can be a kind of sandy texture in the gelatin. So now is one of the most critical tip. You have to be very, very, very ready when you are using gelatin. Because why? This ingredient here is cold and this gelatin is warm. So when it touches this ingredient, it forms a ball, a kind of granny or mulling. So you have to whisk immediately. You add the gelatin to the cold ingredient so that it gives a beautiful soft texture. So I will do it in one go. So you add your gelatin like this and you whisk immediately, you see, and then there will be nothing happening, and your gelatin is well incorporated in your sauce, in your strawberry sauce. So you add the rest using your spatula, and everything is well, look at that, everything is well mixed now. So now there will be nothing happening again. The gelatin has been mixed with the strawberry and is fine now. And then the next process is we are going to mix now as last the cream to the strawberry puree. So I start first with adding it gradually, then so you see the color is still very red, and it's so I don't know, so it's not going to be, sometimes when you see strawberries, Bavarois is white, so more pink because there is more strawberry in the Bavarois. There's more strawberry than heavy cream. So I'm going to add the rest. So the last, it doesn't take that much to mix. Now you don't have to do too much anymore, and your Bavarois is almost ready to be served. So you transfer it now into, I'm going to whisk it a little bit still to remove any lumps from the heavy cream. So here you have your Bavarois that is ready for mise en place. So the mise en place for the Bavarois is ready. So what am I going to do now? I am going to transfer it to a safe container here. So this tomorrow then, or for the next service now, I'm going to use it, and I will show you in one of the desserts how this Bavarois was plated. So I'm going to transfer it now into this safe container, we call it. So it's very easy. So why I'm showing you this as a home cook, it is an easy way also when diners are coming over to your home for dining also. You can easily prepare this in advance and cover it in your refrigerator until serving time. Save you so much time, so much stress, and so much energy. So when it's time for dessert, you bring it out and you scoop with a spoon, or you can even put it in a little form or barricades, and you can use them also, unform them, remove them from the form, and just serve them directly on your plate. And you can just use a spoon to scoop it like you are serving ice cream also. So there are a lot of different ways of serving this dessert. all the choices are yours. You can choose to serve it whatever way that you want. But for me, I am serving it this time. I'm serving it with a spoon. That is why I'm using this container, and it's easy to just scoop it like this with a spoon and then, serve it on my plate. So that is the first show of the mise en place. That is strawberry Bavarois made from fresh seasonal strawberry, as I showed you step by step how this is made. Then I'm going to continue the video. I'm going to clean up my table and prepare for the next episode. So see you, I'm coming. So I'm going to clean my table and prepare everything to show you the next episode, which is making the espuma of the celery tuber. So for that, we need the season, which is salt, the espuma flakes, need heavy cream, needed some pepper, needed some butter, and a mixer. I hope everyone is happy here. If you are seeing us for the first time, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell to see more video of this type. Our aim here is to share our passion, our love, and our knowledge about modern cuisine and fine dining recipes with you guys. Here from our little city of Kuno in the province of West Flanders, from our little country of Belgium. Mwah. Hello, everyone, and keep watching. So the celery tuber is ready. Look at that. It's soft and it's tender. That is what you are looking for. It should be tender. You see, it's tender and it's soft. So it has been cooked and it's tender. So now we can make espuma from it. I'll be right back. So now I will be transferring the celery to my mixer, but I will take it gradually because if you put too much, it will be difficult to mix. So I mix a bit of it with a little bit of juice to give it a stir, just to move it, to move something. See? So I'm adding a bit of liquid again so that I can move something. I can move it. Yeah. So now I'm just going to add more, but little at a time, because sometimes it's difficult to mix when you add too much. So you can always help by using your spatula to stir a bit. I'm still going to add a bit. I'm not going to add too much liquid because I'm going to add heavy cream to it later so that it will not be too watery. So that is why you don't need to add too much water. So start moving now. And start moving now. So you don't need to add too much water. See how the puree, how it looks. You will be adding heavy cream and butter later, so it will look very nice and smooth. We'll continue mixing. You see, as I told you, with the set, it must be precise, but with something like just any other recipe that is not the set, preciseness is not so important, but you have to know in between, almost. I mean by almost, you can say, for instance, if you have 2% of fats less or 2 more, it's not going to make any difference. For instance, for an espuma or something. But if it's the set, it really make a difference because everything have to be precise. But just eating, just food should not be precise. So now I have mixed it to this texture of the puree. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to add some butter first. So I will leave the recipe later in the description, later in the week, because I know it precise. I know how many butter I should add to this quantity now. You may not know it. So for that purpose, or for that reason, I'm going to leave the recipe in the description. So for me, I know how many butter I will add to this quantity. So I'm going to add a bit of butter. Butter give it a very delicious. It makes a lot of difference. It change the taste of celery entirely, and it makes it very delicious. So I'm adding butter. I'm going to add heavy cream. As I said also, I'm going to leave in the description exactly measurement that you have to use if you are not used to making espuma, or you are not used to making this. But for me, I know how much I will add to it and how much is enough. Then I'm going to add some pepper, because before boiling or cooking the celery, I already added salt. So I'm going to wait and mix at the end to test it. If it's still needed, if salt is needed, then I'm going to season it again. But if it's not needed, I'm not going to season it. So I will wait. So you can imagine, look at that. Look at how colorful, how beautiful the color now turned. From that yellowish to this silky, milky. You see, it's still a bit thick. So that is what I speak when I'm talking about, experience, knowledge, and experience. When you have it, you can make it without even a recipe. You see, but I'm still going to add a bit of heavy cream and it will be okay. So I'm going to add just a bit. And the heavy cream also gives body to the to the espuma, because it gives it a hold. When you put it into the pressure bottle, into the siphon, you shake it, it's that heavy cream that gives it that hold, that it stays airy when you serve it. So it's important also to know how many to add to it, so that it will not be too less and that your espuma fall immediately after serving. So I'm going to test it first. As I said, I already added salt before cooking, and now I will know if there is still salt needed. Yes, I still need to add some salt. It's already so delicious. I think everyone will be amazed. In fact, try this in the comfort of your own home and let me know in the description what you find out from this recipe. It's really delicious. Celery. So I'm going to bring another spoon. Still need some salt because the espuma, you cannot add any more ingredient after the ingredient has been added. After the espuma has been added to the siphon bottle. So you have to make sure that the ingredient is right when you are making it. I'm using sea salt, and it's also sea salt is different from table salt because sea salt is not so intense as table salt. So that is why you see sometimes you have to add more when you are using sea salt. Just a little bit more and everything will be fine. It is absolute delicious. And I am sure when you try this, you will be surely amazed that you did. It is so delicious. I cannot even, it's so delicious. So look at that. Look at the consistency. Look at how it is. You see, that is how it should be. You see? So I'm going to add this to the espuma, the siphon or the espuma bottle. See, it should be able to flow like this. That is what I mean. Like this, it should flow. So if it doesn't flow, it will be a heavy espuma. It is the aim that it flows. You see, it's flowing. And the espuma bottle also always have a maximum. You see, that is the maximum here. So if you full it too much, it will not be okay. So always place it, you see, to the maximum here. So because then you still have place in the bottle to pressure the nitrogen to make your espuma lighter. So that space must have to be respected so that there will be air in your espuma. So and then you always also have to close very well this, this plastic here, because without that, it will not be sealed, it will not be well sealed, and the air can go out, can escape from the siphon. So close it tight and very tight. So I am just going to charge it first with one charger, and when it's ready to be used, I'm going to charge it with the second charger. So I do it like that always. So here, and make sure you shake it immediately after charging. Shake it immediately so that it can circulate in the siphon. It can circulate in the siphon. So I'll allow it to rest a bit and transfer the rest here. I start first also with a little bit first. Okay. So it's just, if you add too much, you cannot be able to mix anymore. Yeah, it's mixing. And if it's not moving well, you just add a bit of water, not too much, to give it a movement. And you can also shake it. Sometimes it's so difficult, but when I think it can move now. Okay. Now it start moving. You add the rest. Make sure you stay till the end so I can show you the result of this beautiful, delicious espuma. It is really, really, really delicious. And there are different ways of making espuma. This is a warm type. That is why it is easy, and I can show you the end result. But when you are making cold espuma, if you start with warm ingredient, for instance, you have to allow it to become to a colder temperature before serving it. As you can remember, in the last time I showed the live espuma, it was a cold espuma. I started from warm, so I have to allow the spring onions to rest in the refrigerator to cool down before I can have the perfect texture of the espuma. But now I'm showing you the warm espuma, which I can show you directly the serving. So I'm going to continue mixing. So you see, mise en place takes a lot of time, but when you finish it, it is easier for you and your service flow very well. But when you don't have a good mise en place, it will be difficult for you to have a good service, so that nothing goes wrong when you are giving that delicious meal. So we are almost there. So now it's smooth, you see, but it's like yellowish in color. It's yellowish in color. So it's... Then I'm going to add again some butter. It gives that beautiful, look at, you see how smooth. You see how smooth the texture is. That is how it should be. When you add it to your siphon, it becomes more lighter. So I'm going to add some butter to it. As I told you, I know how much I should add to it, and I will check it. If I always begin little, and If it's needed, I add more. Never add everything at once, because when you add, you cannot remove, but you can always add more. So that is my own tip cooking. I'm still going to help a bit to stir it, because I see it's still very thick. That is why it's not moving. So I'm going to add a bit of heavy cream again. Voila. You see that it starts moving now. You see it start moving now, show already that the texture is almost there. You see, if it start moving in the machine, you already know that the consistency is almost okay. You see, so it's very smooth texture. So I'm going to test again using fresh spoon, because you don't want to contaminate anyone. So I'm going to add yet again salt. And using sea salt is not so intensive as the table salt. So it's better that you always test and add more if necessary. So I find it that is just perfect now, but I think it's still a little bit too thick. So still have to add just a little bit of cream. Okay. It's set now. You can see the end result. Look at it. You see how creamy it is, soft. You see, silky. It should have to run this way. It has to run. If it doesn't run this way, it will be too heavy, and it will not be airy. It will not be light. So you see how it should be, like this. That is the right consistency for this method of espuma I'm making. So the espuma is finished. I'm going to clean up everything, and I'm showing you how to serve the espuma in one go. So this is also ready to fill in my other espuma bottle. But now I already fill one bottle to show you, to demonstrate, to show you guys how it's made. So easy, mise en place. But this, I can transfer it to the espuma bottle and then shake it, and I can serve it. But it's ready now. So I cover it, and later I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. After it's already, it has a little bit of room temperature. So I'm going to clean my table again. I'll be back. So you shake the espuma bottle. You see, shake the espuma bottle. Now I'm going to bring you can choose to serve this espuma in different ways. You can serve it with your main course, with meat, celery. You can serve celery with almost everything imaginable. You can serve it with vegetarian dish. You can serve it with meat. You can even serve it with fish. So celery goes with almost everything, and certainly with red meat. So I'm going to make a demonstration how you can serve it for how you can serve it for appetizer. You can serve it also for appetizer with anything. So you shake it before using it. I'm just going to show you one demonstration. I already charged it with one gas or nitrogen, but then when I want to use it, I will charge it again to give it more airiness, more lightness. So I'm going to place it. Look at, did you see how light that looks? Do you see how light it looks? Look at that. You see the end result. You see how light it looks and how floppy. You see how light it looks. That is how it should be. So you can serve it with so many delicious recipes. You can use celery with everything you think of. You can use it. So for instance, you can serve this as an appetizer with a little bit of crunchy onions or crunchy bacon or whatever, and a little bit of, look, I just add some fine dining touch to it, and here you can also add edible leaf to it. So that is my celery. Look at it. Celery Espuma. Floppy, light, delicious as appetizer, delicious in your main dish as a side dish to your main dish. You can use this for so many things, Look how floppy it is. Anyone can make this in the comfort of their own home. Simple recipe, not complicated, not too much ingredients. You don't need to add too much ingredients. You don't need to add too much, no special ingredient, just salt and pepper, butter and heavy cream with your favorite ingredient. You can use potato, you can use celery, you can use carrots, you can use leek, you can use spring onions, name them. You can use so many vegetables to make espuma. So if you like this recipe, make sure you comment below, tell me you like it, and I will make very soon, faster, the recipe so that you can have it in the description. It will certainly be in the description below. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode, this live episode, because my aim here is to really show you what we do here in our kitchen live. We do everything, we make everything from scratch. Our aim is to cook fresh food for our diners. That is making everything from scratch. It is easy to buy everything ready in the shop and just serve it to the diners without doing any job. But we are more passionate about what we do here. It's not about the restaurant. It's about our passion, our love for food. And that is the reason why we want to share this knowledge with you guys there. And I hope you enjoy this episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and send your messages if you have one, so that we always know what next to make. And if you make this recipe also, make sure you let me know. What do you find about this recipe? Do you love it? Did you have a problem? If you have one, send me a message and I will be very glad to help you out, to sort out it. So let me show you with a scoop of a spoon how floppy it is. You see? That is why you have this consistency. You see it heavy, floppy, you see, and it's still holding. That is how it should hold. The last time I made the cold variation. The cold variation is difficult. It cannot stay stable when it's warm. I made before the live variation of the spring onions. That is the cold version. So it is not holding when it's warm. It's only holding when it's cold. That is to say, when after you allow it to cool down in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours to 5 hours, it comes to a temperature of below, let me say, 10 degrees to maybe lower. Then you have that, that stability. Then when you scoop away or when you serve the espuma, then it will hold then its shape. But if it is not that, it will fall immediately. But you look, this is another variation of espuma. This is a warm version of espuma. And that is why the heavy cream or the stability that you use in the espuma is very important when you want to serve the espuma. So that is, you should know if you are serving the espuma cold, or you are serving the espuma warm. So the choices are yours. So the stability of the espuma depends on how you want to serve it and which ingredient and which method you are using to create or to make the espuma. So let me show you to demonstrate. You see, after about 7 the espuma, now for about 5 minutes since I've been speaking, or 7 minutes, the espuma is still stable. Why is it stable? Because this celery tuber has a consistency from itself. It has a stability from itself. And then combined with the heavy cream, what does it do? And the butter, it holds everything together. You don't even need to add any extra binding, any binding substances like gelatin, like any other thing, or zetan. You don't need to add anything. You don't need to add lettucine. You don't need to add anything to this anymore, because why? The heavy cream with the celery and the butter is stable. It holds everything stable. Look at it. It's now almost 10 minutes since I serve it. You still see that there's stability in this mousse. So let me show you how floppy. Look at it. You see how floppy it is. That is how the result of your espuma should look like. So let me give it a test. I'll see. It's so delicious. Nobody without you, or nobody will say, no. It's too delicious. I mean it. Just try this in the comfort of your own home. Serve this with some sprinkle of fried onions. Spread it with a little bit of bacon. You will be amazed the result. And you will thank me that I shared this recipe with you guys. So make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. So let me put things. So thank you all, you guys, for staying tuned. Thank you for watching here what we do in our kitchen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So you see the result of what is there. So I'm going to show you the last recipe of the day. It's not difficult. I want to show you how to make a powder of raspberry. That is dried raspberry. So I'm going to grind the raspberry. So it's not difficult. Yeah, so you mix it. Yeah, this way. Then I have here my fine sieve. So you just press it a few times. And it's ready. So this is dehydrated strawberries. So it's not that difficult. I use it here as garnish for dessert. So I'm going to just pour it on the on the parched pepper. So I just sieve it. Then you see the rest of the seeds of the raspberry is left behind. It's not difficult, just so easy as that. You have now a beautiful garnish for your dessert. How amazing, how beautiful, and how easy is that? So I'm going to transfer that into a bottle. So I'm going to transfer it into a bottle or a safe container, a safe, tight container that is closed. So look at that. It's so easy to make beautiful garnish at home. It's not difficult at all. What you use this for is so simple. You know, you add this to your dessert, you add it and you sprinkle a little bit like this on your dessert, and you have a beautiful toast and a beautiful color to your dessert. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode and mise en place with me. Thank you for staying tuned till the end, and thank you for watching this episode. Love you guys and hope to see you again in my next episode. So bye for now and sleep well. Love you guys. Cheers. Yeah, Chef Vivian signing up. Bye. Bye.